Just one sighting. In over a decade with the deer, Taylor was going to have to work for this one, or would she? There he was on just day one, but I guess everyone's luck runs out at some point. But there's no time for pouting in the deer woods. You head right back in, and with Taylor's luck, you never know. And on day 2, there he was. But somehow at 18 yards, the giant turns and walks away with no shot. The polish on Taylor's good fortune may have finally lost its luster. Maybe. And I thought this one will teach Taylor a lesson.
Nope, the luck never runs out.
Last week on Canadian Whitetail. In 2024, bent beam's a possible 13 to 14 years old and one of the few deer we've followed that long to that age. Taylor set her sights even though I told her we'd only seen the deer once in person in over a decade and chances were slim. She just smiled and said, "We'll see, Dad."
She has a lot of first day luck.
Though she's the luckiest hunter I know, luck wouldn't cut it with a deer like bent beam, but Tay just said again, "We'll see, Dad." I felt a tap on my knee. Taylor motioned out to the plot and simply said, "See, Dad?" And there at the back, unbelievably on the first day, it's bent beam. The elk get nervous and start to leave, so did the whitetails, and so does bent beam. 2 sightings in a decade. I told her this hunt was about to get rough. She just grinned at me and said, "We'll see, Dad." I grinned right back. Though by now, you'd think I'd know better. On last week's episode, Taylor's luck had held in there, providing a daylight sighting of bent beam on the very first day. But ultimately, that luck failed her, as something spooked the plot, vacating bent beam. But the next day, on September 4th, conditions were right again, and we were headed back in.
Day 2 for Taylor. This is like extra innings for her. What's the longest you've ever hunted? 3 days, right? 3 days. Oh, we're still within the boundaries, but I think with this buck, you might be heading for a record. We seen a pile of deer last night, elk, a few bull elk, and we got in here. Our biggest concern is getting it out of this blind, not blowing the field up. And when you get out, it's so hard to get out without blowing the whitetails off here. The mule deer that are out here, not such an issue. We just got in here, made a little bit of noise getting in here, and there's mule deer out in the plot already. And in pure mule deer fashion, they don't even care. It's, I don't know. Everybody tells me how smart and cunning they are, but I have my doubts.
Settled in, it was a gorgeous evening, still a bit of smoke from the fires, and the only downside was the mule deer that were overrunning us, and no, they're not real deer. They don't count. Send your emails, I said it again. Aside from the mule deer infestation, what a night to be in the deer woods. A night that makes us all remember why hunters are the luckiest people out there. Again, most of the movement was at the far end, but working our way. And though I was not confident we would see bent beam tonight, or even this month, I knew we were still in the best spot on the field. As time went by, and yes, more mule deer, we were about to get an extra special treat. I looked across the plot, way off, and could see a big rack, but not bent beam. And as he got closer, I recognized him. He was a buck that had been missing since last winter, and I was sure was dead. I passed regular at the plot, but not one single stealth cam photo of him this year. The buck is likely as big as bent beam, maybe bigger, this year looking to have grown a lot from the previous year. Well, he had our attention, another smaller buck had snuck in on us. But seeing the other big guy made our night, my season, just to see that he was alive and that I'd missed finding him all summer. The smaller buck close by got our attention as he was watching hard down the channel behind him. Just this little fellow appeared, though I wasn't convinced that was all the deer was so concerned about. The smaller buck continued looking back. We knew something else must be down the channel, something more concerning for him. We watched and watched, but nothing. But I knew it couldn't be nothing, and I nearly fell off my chair. Early, again on day 2, Bent Beam steps out, and he's close. As cautious as I would expect him to be, he watches and takes note of every detail before taking steps. We were witnessing the most amazing sight at just 18 yards, but Taylor couldn't shoot just yet. It was a bit too far to our offhand side, though there was no worry. He only had one place to go, forward. It's hard in a moment like this to even remember we're hunting. What a deer, what an experience, but Taylor knows the drill. And as he starts to move forward, I can instantly tell he's going to turn and not stop, but head straight out to the plot. So does Taylor, and she's ready. It's now or never, and he stops. And just as she starts to squeeze the trigger, old Bent Beam turns straight away and starts to leave. We couldn't believe it. How is this possible? 2 encounters in 2 days on a deer I thought we might never see, and he continues to leave with not one chance at a shot. As much as I wanted to see Taylor find adversity, I won't lie, this was heartbreaking. When he stepped out, we were already taking trophy photos in our mind, and now she was watching the ancient Boone Crockett class buck walk away. Well, too bad for us. What an unbelievable sight, to see the old buck, his caution, in his kingdom. And as Bent Beam feeds off into the plot for the night, I leaned over and with a smile said to Taylor, "Where's your luck now, kid?" She just smiled back and said, "We'll see, Dad." I literally got a shiver when she said it. We looked up, and like he heard us, he was pointing straight at us. I couldn't believe this. He wasn't feeding. He wasn't anything other than coming on a string right back to us. They never come back. I looked at Taylor again. She was just smiling, and I won't lie, the whole situation was creeping me out a bit. Things like this don't happen. They don't come back. But Bent Beam definitely was. I was still in awe of the situation, the deer, the experience, and if anyone has ever wondered about the secret to Taylor's success, this is it. I can't even explain it other than she's never stressed, just rolls with it, trusts the process and the work that's been done. And I wasn't stressed anymore either. After the past 2 days, we didn't have a shot yet, but it didn't matter. Somehow, I knew it was over. Somehow, some way, the ancient old buck that we called Bent Beam was coming straight back. It was unbelievable.
Taylor.
The luck just doesn't run out.
I thought we were done for. We let him walk right by. Because the only shot you had was kind of to your offside. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, he's just going to give us a perfect shot. And he just walked away. Mm-hmm. And he went way out on the plot. And then he just turned around and came back. That's unbelievable, Taylor. He's a pretty cool deer, eh?
Yeah, he's really cool.
Dark horned already. And that deer's ancient. That's another deer that I thought it would take all season to maybe if we're lucky, get a look at. Good job. Well, Taylor and I'd like to say we had this epic track job, but Taylor and I got out of the blind and we were really worried actually because I didn't see the arrow hit good. He curved behind the stand and jumped the fence, so I knew if the shot wasn't perfect or something like that, that we were going to jump him coming out. So we got out and we're sneaking back, and well, actually I looked down and there was blood everywhere and we could already see the deer. So he didn't go maybe 50 yards, 20 yards inside the edge of the bush here anyway. So that lucky little lady has another awesome deer. So we're gonna go have a look at him, but I know exactly what he's gonna look like and he's gonna be awesome. That's one big antler. I'm assuming the other one is just the same. That is some kind of deer. And he's ancient. This is the biggest he's ever been, and he's way over 10 years old. I couldn't believe it. He came, and I thought you were gonna get a perfect shot at him. And we just actually kind of wanted him to step because he was a little on your offside, and he turned and walked right out into the plot.
Yep, I was actually terrified. I thought right then and there that he was not coming back. I thought that was it for the night or possibly the rest of the season.
You and me both. And he walked out, and I couldn't believe it. He went out into the plot, he ate alfalfa for a while, and he just looked over his shoulder like somebody called him. Mm-hmm. And as soon as he turned around and started heading back to us, I knew he was going to make it back then.
I still was not hopeful that he was going to come back. I was really worried going into this season because you can only hunt this stand on a north wind, and I just started university and I've got some pretty late classes into the evening on a couple days of the week, so I was pretty nervous I wasn't going to be able to come out much, but we did it, and I always have the best luck of shooting deer early, and I pulled through again, so now I can focus on studying.
Well, you did with style, because that's one heck of a deer, boy. A beautiful deer, and what a treat it's been to watch that deer for all these years. And we've had this farm for 12 or 14 years, and it's the first time that a partridge has actually targeted a deer here, and you got yourself a beauty. I'm pretty happy for you. And I thought this one will teach Taylor a lesson.
Nope, the luck never runs out.
2 days, September 4th, 2 years ago, you shot a giant velvet Boone Crockett deer. Well, I guess we'll get him back.
Yep.
Brother Magnus brought the side-by-side out and load him up, get him back, get him skinned up, and I assume your brother is going to have the smoker going tomorrow with backstrap.
With my backstrap?
Yep.
Best believe it.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Today's brother Magnus came to help pick up and save the day, but you've got to see this if you want to see something funny about teen fashion in 2024. See, he might look like a normal kid from here, but he's got the hockey pajamas on and the glow-in-the-dark shark slippers.
You guys called me out of nowhere. I had to come.
I'm so thankful for this life we get to live as hunters with family and to witness these dreams come true. The Whitetail Woods are truly an amazing place, and what a special deer bent beam was that called them home. At the end of every one of Taylor's hunts, I'm speechless. I really don't know what to say. Taylor's story is one that I wouldn't believe coming from anyone if I didn't have a front row seat to witnessing it. It might be punishment to me for purposely trying to get her on a harder hunt so she can learn the hardships of deer hunting, not just the success. Or maybe she made some backroom deal with some voodoo medicine man. I really don't know. But in any case, I love every minute of it. In the end, we were all so lucky to be able to watch and follow Bent Beam for so many years and see the incredible deer that he turned into. And while there'll always be more deer, old Bent Beam will always be the cornerstone of any conversation about that patch of Whitetail Woods. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Canadian Whitetail.
To book your own dream hunt in northern Saskatchewan, contact us at Canadian Whitetail Outfitters.